Hi everyone, this is Rose Helens-Hart from the Department of Applied Business Studies. In this video, we're going to talk about understanding your employability. So what is employability? Well, employability is your likelihood to obtain a job. What's your potential there? Different dimensions of employability encapsulate a lot of different skills, characteristics, and qualities that make someone more likely to obtain a job. Those different dimensions are career identity, personal adaptability, social capital, and human capital, and we'll talk about each of those dimensions in this presentation. First, career identity. Career identity refers to who you are and who you want to be in the world of work. Career identity may change, evolve, strengthen, or weaken over time, particularly when we encounter new experiences, develop new skills, and understand more about a particular career. It acts as a cognitive compass guiding us to seek out particular career opportunities. So, for example, if you're majoring in accounting, you may have started your degree imagining what an accountant was. What did they do every day? What did they look like? What kind of clothes did they wear? What did the offices even look like? How did they talk to people? And those assumptions may be solidified as you get more into your accounting major, or they may weaken as you learned more about the diversity of the field. You may seek out certain opportunities like an accounting internship or do informational interviews or mock interviews with accountants because that career identity is guiding you to those opportunities. So individuals with strong career identities tend to be more employable because they know who they are and who they want to be, and they seek out those opportunities that are going to be fitting with what they want in life. The second dimension is a personal adaptability. And so even though we just said when it comes to career identity, people with strong career identities tend to be more employable, personal adaptability is also really important to be employable, because personal adaptability means we can alter our behaviors, we could use our skills in new ways, see how they transfer, all these types of things to meet the demands of a given situation. So let's say once again, you're majoring in accounting, there are no accounting positions open. If we're highly personally adaptable, we may be able to see how those skills can fit in other situations, other jobs, until we find that accounting position that we want. Adaptable individuals also tend to be optimistic and open to change. They have a propensity to learn, meaning they're always seeking out that new information and they like learning. They tend to have an internal locus of control, so they focus on what they can do to control a situation or to improve their likelihood of success in a situation. And they also have a generalized self-efficacy, which means they believe they can get stuff done. So personally adaptable people tend to do well and obtain those jobs because they can fit within a lot of different positions. Our next two dimensions both focus on capital, and capital influences one's ability to locate and realize career opportunities. And when we talk about capital, we're not talking about money. We're talking about the value that you possess. So social capital is the value in your social network, and in this case we might think of it as a professional network. Do we know a lot of people who, like I said before, if we're majoring in accounting, do we know lots of accountants? Do we know people at firms where they might need accountants, even if it's not an accounting firm in itself? So the size and diversity of a network can really help someone find those career opportunities because they know lots of people in lots of different areas. Strengths of relationships can also be valuable because if someone really likes you, you have a really good relationship with them, they know the things you have to offer, then they might be a really strong advocate for you to get a job in a particular organization. The best thing about social capital is all those network connections can provide you with insider information and opportunities that no one else may really know about. So while people are applying to hundreds of jobs in Indeed.com, you might have a direct line into an organization that you really love because you know someone there and they're willing to connect you to the right people. So while social capital helps us locate those career opportunities, human capital can really help us realize those career opportunities because it allows us to actually meet the demands of a given job with our particular skills or other qualities. So some of the characteristics of human capital are cognitive abilities. How well can we think? Are we really good at problem solving? Are we quick learners? Our age, education, breadth and depth of skills, and work experience. Now you may be thinking, age, that's not something I can necessarily control, but that it can also fit within your human capital. Let's say if you're entering into an organization that values youthful characteristics. It's a very demanding, physically demanding job, and people who are younger tend to be able to handle that job a little bit better. Well, then your age is actually working in your favor. Education, that kind of fits with some of the breadth and depth of our skills because in college you're going to be practicing and developing a lot of skills through your education. So those things are a little bit more changeable. You can develop that human capital over time, but that seems to be a really obvious link there. So if we want to become an accountant, we get an accounting degree, we have a breadth of knowledge of accountancy, and maybe we really concentrate in fraud prevention or something like that, and we have some depth in those skills there, that can really set us up to obtain a job because we have so much human capital in that area. Couple that with a really great internship in accountancy, then we have some work experience to pair with that, and now you have someone coming out of college with a lot of human capital, which can make them more employable. So now you know a bit more about employability, about developing a strong career identity, personal adaptability, social capital, human capital. We can assess ourselves in each of these dimensions to see where should we put some little bit more time and attention. Do we really need to focus on developing a knowledge base, or do we need to spend some more time figuring out how to be adaptable in a number of situations? Do we need to understand more of what it is to be in a particular career field, develop that career identity, or do we need to go out and meet more people? And it's not really an either-or situation here. We can work on all of these dimensions through a number of activities, starting with the Making Your Mark conference. You're learning about a lot of different skills that it takes to apply for jobs, and you're developing social capital by meeting people, even if it's virtually, getting connected with people, and you're practicing your personal adaptability. You're doing this all online rather than coming face to face to a conference. So hopefully all of these activities that you're doing this week at the Making Your Mark conference really help you see how your employability is developing and how you can develop it further. Thank you so much for watching. If you're interested in reading more about employability, go ahead and check out these references that were used to create this presentation.